Hello, sports fans. Mauricio here. All right, so we did our first insert statement. So, how about some crimson shoes, size 9? So that still works. All right, so we wouldn't give this ability to somebody using our system. We would give them some type of procedure. So let's turn our insert statement into a stored procedure, a packaged set of code, and you'll see what I mean. So um, my understanding of cognitive psychology learning has taught me that if you make a little song, uh, you can remember things. How the heck could we ever learn A, B, C, D unless there's a song? So use go create procedure as use go create procedure as use go create procedure as begin and end, and then your code goes in the middle. So we have I guess this is our first usage of begin and end. So all the code in the middle here is the stored procedure. So let's give it a name. I'll show you uh, my list of stored procedures. So there's all my tables. Programmability, stored procedures. And so most of the ones I'm using in the course are this FA25. So let's try to give this a name that'll be at the top. So hmm, I think I used 20, 25, sorry. Video save product. You don't want to use spaces in there. All right, so that's the name of our. I guess it doesn't like having numbers. It doesn't like you to start it with numbers. So I guess I'll call it FA25 video. You could see you can want to organize these things. All right, so this is going to be a little different. So use go create procedure as, and then you have something called input parameters. So input parameters are the vehicle to get values from the program user. So one way of doing it is just to put an @ in front of it. If you see an @ that means it's a variable or an input parameter. Input parameters, as we see, are a good way to pull data from the web page or from a interface, a different interface. We're going to use a SQL. I don't want to say the word query because it's not a query, but we're going to just go execute here, and then new query, and then we're going to say execute, and then the name of the stored procedure. So we'll use screen like this just to put in the values. So product name, let's get some red shoes, size 10. Category is going to be 1. Let's buy 48. Cost is same $5, and sales price is $7.50. Now Actually, we don't really need the sales price. Um, we don't need to get that value. We can just use a 50% markup. So I didn't save this stored procedure yet, so it's got the red squigglies there. But each of these needs data type, so pretty darn smart to have the list of data types here. So actually, maybe let's see if it brings over the name. It brings over the name, but it doesn't bring the data type. So, oh well. But that's in varchar. So you want to make it match. If you ever see a truncate error, it just means that something isn't wide enough. Category ID is an int. You don't have to specify how many characters wide an int is. Stock quantity numeric 6. So 6 total digits, 0 to the right of the decimal place. Cost numeric 82. And sales price 82. So those are our data types. Those are I'm going to leave this out actually because we don't. So input parameters are values you're going to get from the program user. We're going to calculate the sales price for us. But so it's the same thing. Insert into these columns these values. And the values are going to be the parameters. So the input parameters are placeholders, and they're going to hold the data that is typed in. So we'll say cost. Sorry. Maybe our rule is cost times 1.5 is sales price. So we'll put the parentheses around the beginning and the end. So we need to get these 4 values from the program user. And here's cost times 1.5 for the sales price. And so here's the weird part. To save this thing, you hit execute. So that's a little strange. And so now if I went to my stored procedures and refresh that, F25 video should be there. So it's going to be at the bottom of that list. So, and then we can use it. Just making sure that's no typo there. All right, so this is when we need our edit IntelliSense refresh local cache 1, 2. All right, so red shoes size 10, category ID 1, stock quantity, and that saved that row of data. So we are going to distribute stored procedures, and you would give a form like this, and then you would tell somebody, hey, replace every question mark with a value. Maybe that. Now what we really want to do is use web page, or I don't know, Python page or something. But anyway, that's how you create a stored procedure. So use go create procedure as, and these are input parameters. We'll have well, might as well have an output parameter. So you can change it. I like to type it in as create or alter. Because if you wanted to modify this, it's going to bring it up with alter. It puts all this other junk up here, but it brings it up as alter. So you can change a store procedure that you have. You can create a store procedure only once. So I'm going to put in some remarks and see how that works. So in varchar 100 output. So the rest are input. So I forgot my comma there. The rest are input, and this one is an output. And I guess down here we'll say set at remarks equals product saved. Now you'd have a different remark. Something didn't work right, but we're just getting started with this now. So we'll go ahead and update this, and then let's go ahead and use it again. And so how about some don't step on my blue suede shoes. Oh my God. Size 9, category 1. Let's just buy 12 of those and see if they sell, and we're getting them pretty good price. So, oh boy. It's not a good idea to use output parameters now. We'll use output parameters now. We'll use them another time in another case. It's more complex than what I want to get into right now. But it's not that hard to create stored procedures. I'm going to ask you this semester to document them because now it's an IT asset. So somebody that wanted to type in new products, you would give them this stored procedure, and I guess you'd give them a form like this, and then they would need to put in a value. If there's time, we'll do this with web pages. Take care.